Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back. Today we are doing another session of Lazy Retired Granny's favourite painting. Yeah, we're going to persevere and see what we can get done in the next hour or so. Now, I've just got off the phone from my mum because she rang me. She's been suffering with this very strange, bizarre thing, and what's happening is when she stands up or walks about, her foot is like ballooning very badly, and it is so swollen that if it swells anymore it will start to tear the skin. So one of the comments I got on my channel from Pedda, I think it was, I don't know if she messaged me or whether it was on my channel, one of the two, and she said that it could have been fatty-itis, or some sort of, I don't know, flesh something, I can't remember now, but yeah, some sort of, I can't remember, it's been a while, but if you know what I'm referring to, Peter, just put it in the comments. So anyway, she's just got back from the hospital because the GP is basically a pain at the moment. So I said, when I looked at it, you've got to remember that I've built a human skeleton. So I know most things. I'm not a qualified doctor, but I can roughly pinpoint what the issue is. And she went to the doctors, and as per usual, Mrs. Keeley won't do anything about it. And she signed her off of work for like 2 months. So obviously she's only getting like statutory sick pay. So I said, well, that to me looks like two things happening here. Number one, you've got a fracture or a broken bone, because as you know, when you broke a bone, the tissue in your skin will swell up, which is a sign of a break. But she wasn't in extreme pain. Okay, so that's ruled out. So the other thing I thought was maybe because years ago she broke her ankle, and she had a drill bit that fell off inside her foot, and the surgeons actually said rather than go back in and disturb it, just leave it there. And she's always had this drill bit stuck in her foot forever. But it's quite interesting because it doesn't, some types of metal will set off the barriers in shops. So, you know, you've got them security barriers. If you try to go out the store and you haven't paid for it, it will buzz off. Because when you pay for it, it disarms that alarm thing. So obviously she has had this drill bit, and I was wondering if it's sort of like transferred round her body into that ankle, which is what's swelling it up, because it can happen. It can travel through your body, just like that woman in Australia that had the worm stuck in her brain, a real worm, and no one knows how it got there. So of course we are trying to get to the bottom of what's causing this. So anyway, she went to the doctors, and she didn't really do nothing apart from sign her off for 2 months. I can't find any of the drills I'm looking for. So why is there no drills? Okay, let's do a bit of the eye. And I said, well, ask her if she can have water tablets. You know, because it seems to me, because when you press it, there's a lot of fluid there, which would indicate that there's too much fluid in the ankle. So, and it doesn't seem to like go down. So obviously her job, she has to stand up all night. And I couldn't believe this. One of the team leaders or team managers, so say like the main manager's not there, they'll go to a team leader or something. He got my mum a chair so that she could sit at the till and, serve and do her thing. And apparently the manager moaned, saying that you're not allowed to sit on the chair all the time. Well, hello, she's got a medical issue. Like, what do you want her to do? Collapse in work and then, like, we sue you for it? Do you see what I mean? Because that technically is an injury claim. You know, if you're making someone stand when they've got a medical condition and they collapse, you can sue them for it because it's, it's a medical issue. So Yeah, and then the next day she went back to work for like a week, and then she was in too much pain, so she phoned the doctor. She signed her off again for another month. She took the sick note to her manager, and she was like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to moan at you for the chair." So she's obviously realised that she can get in trouble for that because she's making a stand when she can't stand. And every company has to abide by disabilities. So if someone's got a disability, they need to work with that employee to see how they can do their job in a safe and, you know, healthy way, or, you know, I don't know. But, you know, you can't make, if someone's disabled, you can't make them get out of their wheelchair to do their job because they need that wheelchair. So yeah, so anyway, that she didn't give her water pills, so obviously Tessa's mum's got exactly the same thing, and she has to keep taking pills. I hope you don't mind me talking about that, Tessa. Just let me know, and I can remember for next time. And she has exactly the same problem, but they won't let you have a knee replacement until you reach a certain age, which is absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, she goes to the doctors, and she then escalates it up to a referral to the hospital. So then, obviously, today was the day that she was going to go to the hospital, and she goes there, and I've just rang her, but I missed the call because I wanted to know how she was getting on. So she rang me back, and apparently he's said because of her age, that is what's causing it. Oh, look, we're doing a bit of cherry red lips now. But what he's done is he's put her on the list for a knee replacement, and he said it could be until you're 59 before you get it. At the moment she's 55, so yeah. So, you know, to finally get on that list, you know, it's a big step forward, because what happens is when she walks, where you've got that gristle, or whatever, the cartilage is what I'm looking for, where it rubs, she's got no cartilage, so it's just bone grinding on bone. And then when she walks, her kneecap goes, rather than go forward and back, it bends inwards, and then you have to click it back into position, and oh my god, it really does hurt. So I mean, I suppose it's like a dislocated bone, isn't it? Like if you dislocate your arm, of course it's going to hurt until you put it back into its usual slot. So all of that, just for that. It's got two different colour lips going on here. We've got a Z, and then got to use a darker A. I don't know why they can't just keep it one colour. So yeah, that's not good. So of course she's now got to, you know, just be in pain all the time, and I just want to see her better. You know, it's horrible because, you know, you can feel their pain, but you can't do nothing about it. All you can do is try to keep her as comfortable as you can. But I said to her, what you need to do is, you know, think about, you know, do you really need your second job? Or, you know, there's stuff out there that can help. You know, people claim what's called personal independence payment. If you've got a disability, you can claim that. And some of the videos I've seen on TikTok where they say, oh, this person shouldn't be claiming that because they're lazy. And I'm thinking, whoa, hold on a minute. Your taxes pay their money. So technically the laugh's on you. And, you know, some people have things, what's called COPD. And they can't physically claim it, you know, because, I mean, they can't physically work because of this health condition. So don't go down the line of saying that this person can't work because they're lazy. You know, that claim, or whatever you call it, is there to help that person live. So do you see what I mean? But some people are just so rude on there, like, there's no need for it. You know, I can understand how frustrating it might be, because obviously everyone's getting this, whoever's on this PIP stuff is getting this £300 crap. And it does frustrate me because I can't get that because I work. So, you know, it just seems like we don't get any help, yet they do. But that's, you know, that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to raise here is that, you know, your taxes, they don't just get their money for that, you know. They get their money by the taxes that working people pay. So, you know, you need to sort of like stop being disrespectful and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, they've said that, You know, I've actually said it, and a couple of her work colleagues have said go on PIP. The problem is with going on PIP is that you have to have a hell of a lot of evidence, like, to show that you can't work, you can't do this, and they will go, like, they will check, like, how you shower, how you walk, how you do, and you have to go to these rooms, so I hear, and they're like doctor's surgeries, and they try to catch you out, because that's what they do. They don't want people on it for no reason, you know. I'm having a difficult time with this because I can't find any of the drills that I had. Where is my drills? Is this doing it? There it is. So, but then again, I don't think she wants to, you know, go on that, because you've got to weigh up the balance. Do you go to work and keep coming in constant pain, or do you go to PIP, come off work and just, you know, take care of your health and do it that way? So, do you see what I mean? It's just ridiculous, really. And it's so frustrating because I just want to see her pain-free. So there is options there. See, a sailor went to sea, 'cause all that he can see. I need to do a massive tidy up here because we're missing drills somewhere down the line here. But we'll do C anyway, which is this one down here. So anyway, she's now coming back on the train because she went with Hannah to the hospital with her. And I was going to go, but I couldn't because I was working. I couldn't get the time off. And if I couldn't get the time off and there was no one else to go, I would have just gone. I don't care. You know, health is overrules work any day. So, you know, don't give me, oh, I can't have the day off. This is a medical emergency. And, you know, you have to let employees have time off if they really need to. I mean, look at Hannah. Her manager had to let her off because, you know, she's had a tragic incident with Jack and stuff. So yeah, if there was no one else to do it, I couldn't care less. You know, I would go. You know, at the end of the day, that comes before doing that. And I know you shouldn't really do that because obviously work pays your bills, but at the end of the day, you know, health comes before that. So it's about prioritising and stuff. So we're getting the foundations of his face sort of done here. We can't do E because for some reason that's now empty, unless I've got another packet of them somewhere over here. But my desk is so cluttered at the moment, I don't know how I would do it. So yeah. So yeah, after this, I really want to start my stickers. Now you'll see these stickers in a future video, and they are really cool. They're like my Nutcracker ones, and I still haven't started them yet. I feel like I need to start them in in Christmas. So yeah, and it's like very, very annoying, really. So I think that's pretty much all done. Yeah. So that's that. It's all these little filling bits that is taking up the time here, but, you know, we might as well get them filled until, you know, try and get as much done as possible. Because we don't really want to leave them with no drilled, you know, so. Okay, so that's that part. So where do we go from here is the question. Okay. Have we got an O? We haven't got an O. We haven't got an E. We've got K. We've got W. We've got G. We've got F. That's all frog. See, most of these are all empty, so I don't know what I've done with all my drills. But it's quite frustrating, really. 7. Oh, it's our, it's our friend. 7. Len Goodman. I'll never forget that. He's so funny. What is that? K. That's a K. Okay. We've got S. We've got an R. Right. We've got a 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of W, I think, because it seems to be taking quite a while. This colour is bizarrely, it's not actually black. It's actually like it's more like a navy sort of colour, but a dark sort of navy blue. So, oh my God, that reminds me, years ago, we went to pick up, you know what used to be called Prime Time or whatever it's called, and it was basically a shop where when you start secondary school you would pick up all your uniform. And I must have been cooking with Mrs. Parmain because we had cookery class. I think it was like every fortnight, and I enjoyed it and I didn't, because it was a bit of a con. You know, she would teach you how to cook, but you've got to buy all the ingredients to cook it, which is, it's not good. So you would have like a practical lesson and then a physical lesson. And I don't know what happened, but obviously I don't like carrying things. So I put my lasagna wrapped up in cling film in a ceramic bowl in my drawstring bag. And do you know what happened when we went into Prime Time to measure the old blazer? I pulled it out and all my lasagna came out with it all splattered all over the blazer. So obviously the shop assistant is sort of like helping us to try and get it back in the bowl, and oh my god, it turned into a terrible mess. So never ever do that. So yeah. Okay, I think we can fill up this little sliver going on here, so we might be able to just close that up a bit. But I really, really would like to move on to Hermione in a minute, because I feel like we're spending too much time on this section here. So yeah, I'm happy that, you know, she now knows what's causing this ankle problem, and it's a knee replacement. But I'm not happy that she's still going to be in like pain until whenever they call her in to do it. But I'm just so over the moon that her appointment didn't get cancelled, because if you've seen the news last night, over 1 million, I think they said over 1 million appointments have been cancelled because of these strikes. So yeah, that was in the back of my mind as well. I'm like, oh my god, what happens if they cancel it, you know, because... And it's terrible. Some people that have life-threatening conditions like cancer and stuff, they're actually cancelling people's appointments that have that, and I think that's absolutely disgusting. You know, it is terrible, absolutely terrible. You know, and they reckon that they've got certain doctors on for, you know, obviously life-threatening bits and bobs and stuff. I think these symbols are far too big, because as you can see, look at this, yeah, there's a lot of light bleed behind this. So something is not quite right here. But I'm going to leave it how it is. It's nice to have that little sliver done up there. We've got a couple of L's. I'm going to do a little bit of that. This was like my first ever wall paint colour, baby blue, and I still have it on my wall today. So I don't like doing this, because if I do it, it will cut me off. So let's try doing it like, I don't know if you can see that, but you see on the wall, it's like that light blue colour. I do love that colour. I think it used to be called African Daisy. Or was that a slightly different colour? But B&Q can match your paint for you. It's quite good. Okay, then we've got an L up here, haven't we? Yeah, one there. Got one there. There's no more there. So, we've got an L up here, yeah. And I've just found the K, so what I'm going to do is I'll put the blue back for the minute, because we can just zap over to Ron, who's got a couple of K floating around here, and then we can do that. So, yeah. So we'll do a couple of that, do a bit of K. So if we just fill that part in there, we'll do a bit there, and a bit there. And then, I think that's probably all we can do for that section at the moment. So yeah, that's that. I think we've got a U that I've just found. So that U colour here, that's AAO21, yeah, that's the reference code, so that's U. And that colour is basically this little floating colour around here. So again, there's nothing on Ron from what I can see. There's a U just over there. So I've just filled in that little section there. And then what we can do is there's a bit of a glasses work here. So I reckon that's going to fill that in. If we just fill that over there, do a bit here. I'm starting my stickers today and I'm so excited. So you'll see that unboxing. I think it's after the one on Wednesday. The one on Wednesday is the one where you'll see the awfully package from Temu. And I'm not being funny with you, but I'm getting very fed up with Temu. There's something weird happening, okay? So the other night I ordered something, and to my surprise, you know, they've got that £10 minimum order. It wasn't on there. And I'm thinking, that's really weird, because normally you need £10 minimum or they won't let you order it. That is why sometimes in my videos you only see one thing in the packet that I've ordered, because they've took that lock off. And then the other night, it came up yesterday, free, you know, didn't have to pay any postage, didn't have to pay over £10. And then come midnight, I was having another look on there, and then they put the lock on it. And then a couple of days like before, they done it again. They took it off, then put it back on. I'm wondering if it's only certain sellers that have that block thing, you know, the minimum order requirement. But a lot of my friends have said that they're actually thinking of going back to AliExpress because they're just fed up with this ongoing lock thing on. Because I'm not being funny, it's basically what I would call a cash grab. They basically want you to spend £10 or, you know, you can't order it, which I think is really unfair. I'm just trying to work out where we go from here. It's quite annoying because that is supposed to be a K, yet it's a lighter colour, but oh, this is all over the place. This is why I don't like gaps, because you have a gap and it really sort of fries your brain a bit, because you're like, well, where do we go from here? But we'll try and get this all filled up as best we can. So yeah, I don't know, let me know if you guys are having that problem, because it really did shock me, because I've always done like £10 minimum order things, and then all of a sudden it sort of came off, and then but I reckon it's a glitch, because as soon as I placed these 3 orders, the lock went back on. It seems like it's a robot doing it, or whether they're having some glitches, but I was like, oh lovely, no £10 minimum, thank you very much. Because I'm not being funny, I don't want to spend £10 each time. So, do you see what I mean? Like, AliExpress, you don't have that. So why has there got to be like a £10 minimum order requirement all the time? So it will eventually, I think, put people off ordering on it. But sometimes what I do is I check it every night, and I wait until that lock comes off, and then I'll order. So there's something really, really peculiar going on with Temu at the moment. And I've seen so many people on YouTube, TikTok saying, oh, it's a scam. And there's people on YouTube that say it's a scam, and it's not a scam. I tell you something, if that was a scam, you wouldn't be getting your order. So people that try to, you know, make Temu look like they're a bad company, I think need to do a little bit of research into the company, because I'm not being funny, but as I said, like, if that was a scam, you wouldn't get your goods. So why would a company risk doing that? Do you see what I mean? Do you see? So all these people that are trying to do that, but there's stuff about, oh, Temu steal your bank information and they take money from your bank. Well, I can assure you they don't, because I've been shopping with Temu probably now for about, it's got to be at least 3-4 months, and I've never ever had a problem. So I don't know why people are going around saying that stuff about them, because I think that's very out of order. So yeah, but all I keep seeing is an advert for, it's called Splash toilet roll. And on TikTok, apparently, there's this Splash order that is something to do with, I think it's like 60 rolls for 20 quid. So, I mean, I'm not being funny, but why would you need 60 rolls? Like, unless you've got the shits, then fair enough. But really? I mean, it's a good deal, but where on earth do you have space for 60 toilet rolls? Do you see what I mean? Like, it's unnecessary. I could get a pack of 9 for like 10 quid. So why do you need 30? But suppose if you've got a large family, then it makes sense. So yeah, what we'll do as well, we're just going to do a bit of that O again, because I'm trying to get this all sealed up again. See, this is going to be a problem as well. There's a lot of this colour missing for some reason. I'm not going to panic too much yet, because we've still got, what have we got, 4 days? But once it's this bottom row down here, you can see it's all colour blocked. That is what's going to sort of speed it up. So you're going to get this video round about 4 o'clock, and then I'm thinking of doing the Hogwarts Express if I've got time to do that. So yeah. Yeah, so I had a nice early finish today. I went in at 7 o'clock, and sometimes I do, like, I've got different shifts, so sometimes it's like 7 till 2:30, and then other times it's like 7 till 4, but I had the early one today, so I finished at like 2:30, so I was like, ka-ching. So very, very happy with that. I'm not really an early person, but, you know, if I can get home early, then, you know, I get diamond painting time. Does anyone do that though? You know, you go out shopping and then you're like, quick, I need to get back, I want to do some painting. I find it very relaxing, to be fair. I think it's such a calming thing to do, and I can't ever see myself ever getting bored with it. I know some people have done it and they've never looked back at doing it, but I'll always remember that week where I'd done so much, I wore myself out and I was like, I'm giving up. And then I took like a week off, and then I sort of like slowly got back into it. But I can't see me ever getting bored of this. I think what's lovely about doing paintings is that you're always seeing how the picture develops, you know. So I've actually got another order. I ordered it last night, I couldn't resist, from the same seller that got me the stickers, which we'll see next week, because this week is the Halloween reveal. So, well, one of them anyway. And I'm itching to show you right now, but that painting is almost finished. And don't forget, at the end of September, we do have the first ever completions video for the month. So I'll be showing you all the ones I did in September. There's some that I filmed for next year. So yeah, I can't wait. But are we gonna have a night stream to get this finished? I don't think we will, but because if you look, yeah, down here, you can see from here to the bottom is all colour block. So that's the bottom of the painting there. So that's going to take no time at all. We just need to get over this little hurdle that's up here. Once we get over that little section there, we will be whizzing away. So we just need to grind it a bit, because this takes, doing all this colour change, that is what takes up all the time. And yes, we'll get there. We will get there. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. With the magic circle. I've actually got a bead diamond painting I got from the works a while back, so I need to do that. See, this is the fun bit. You see, we're sort of getting it all. I just want to get that bloody D colour. Look, it's just the D and the E, and we can finish his face. It's got to be round here, but the thing that's puzzling me is that that's the Harry Potter thing, and I've used all the E ups, so I don't know whether we've got a spare or what. But that is what's sort of like baffling as to where have they gone. So yeah. Okay, there was an O up here, weren't there? We did some, there's a little bit of O up here, weren't there? There, and then there was one there, weren't there? Yep. Oh, that's good. And we've got some up here cropping up, so that's good. See, it's all about getting that colour fill done. So Lazy Retired Granny, you should order this. It's on Amazon. So, yeah, I think you should order that. Such a lovely painting to work on. And to think that I've had this like 2 years and I haven't got around to doing it yet, I just think that's amazing. So now I'm sort of looking at it and going, where the hell do we go from here? Because we've got like literally a problem because N's missing, E's missing, and they will crop up. I know they will crop up. So I've just got to sort of like work my way around where we're going to go for the minute. So just going to finish off doing these O, and then we'll have to figure out where we go from here. So I will just have a quick look because these are all my drills on here. I've got hundreds of packs. So let me just have another look. So we've got, that's a frog. So I'm going to put that down there for the minute. We've got a frog. We've got the crank, the crank, the frog, the zoo, nutcracker, crank, frog. This is all the frog. Oh man, see what I mean? Oh, look at that. That's a big chunky pack. You're going to get this tonight, the Hogwarts Express. Oh, that's gorgeous. They've got to be round it, surely. But I've got £2.50 on my game now. So I'm just trying to get to tonight. I got 60p last night on the game. So I'm trying to get it to £4.99, and then I can order another 2 of these, you know, these display things. So I'm itching to get into there. We will be doing the next Dalmatian as well on Thursday. So, but you'll also get Harry Potter as well. Ah, that's you 775, that's you 775, that's all Dalmatian. This is very, very annoying. Where are my drills? But yes, we're going to have a tidy up. I was expecting the postman today, but still nothing as per usual. So yeah, I don't know. So what we're going to do on here is I'm going to take this down and I'll put that there. But that's basically what we're working with. So we're working with that little section there. But I'm not being funny. Is it me or is it Hermione like the smallest on here? Because look at that. It's like she's really small in this. So I don't know. Has Hermione always been a small character? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's do a bit of R. What we really could do with is de-kitting some of these drills that we don't need. For example, G, we've not been using G for a while, so we might as well put that back in its pot and start to try and clear up this desk a bit, because it's, you watch, I've packed this away now, and then there's going to be one that is going to go, hey, there's one for G. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, okay, so G, so that's G. So you see I've now got a tray available, so it's really sort of aggravating me now, because I want to get all this Hermione's face done. So even if I have to stay up all night to try and find it, I will. But I can't because I've got work tomorrow, so that's a bit of a stupid thing to say, really. But it's just so frustrating, because my evening, I sort of split it between like doing, I might do a bit of painting, I might do a bit of getting my emails down, I'll try to find drills, get prepped for the next evening for doing painting, so that I can get off the train, come in and get dived into there. I don't really want to come in and then start, kitting up all trays, so I normally do that the night before, and I did that last night. I was watching a channel and I was kitting up the stickers, so that's all done. We've got K, haven't we? There's K there. So that's that one. I think what I'll do is, for this section, because we've got a bit of a higgledy-piggledy mess going on at the moment, I'm going to work on individual colours until we get to the last little bit. So Yeah, I'm gonna really wax. Oh, isn't it surprising? You can find things when it's messy, but when it's not messy, you can't find anything. So, yeah. But let's, yeah, look, bloody gits, look, gee. Told you, didn't I? Just knew it. But I was having a look on Craft Buddy, and they've got this 2 different types of sealer. One's called a shimmy, and one's a normal one. So I checked with Liz Harrison over at Liz Harrison Scott Dog Crafts, and she said that it's the non-shimmy one. So, because obviously I've never worked with sealer before, so yeah, I finally have that on the way from Craft Buddy. You see we sort of branching around her hair a bit, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to do this a little bit differently, this one. I'm going to do all the one colour, and then, I mean, this one is mainly R, so we can blast that. No problemo. I do think round drills as well are quite difficult to cover up the symbols where squares could do it. Talking of which, has anyone ever done a Scooby? A Scooby is like wires. It's like flexible tube of wire things, and you make like key rings and stuff out of it. I just love doing them. I always remember the time we was at Butlins ages ago, and my sister bought a drink, tapped a 20p on the drink, and it exploded. Because obviously it's a pressurised can, isn't it? And all she did was tap it, like, because she was bored of waiting in the queue, and yeah, it just exploded. So, like, what the hell? Yeah, I've got quite a lot to do this evening. I want to try and get through as much of this as possible. So what I do is I normally write lists going, right, I need to film that, I need to film that. And yeah, while doing other pieces, getting dinner ready, I had chips, beans, and you're going to laugh at this, but I had chips and beans in a sandwich. Oh, McCain's chips, oh man, they're the best. So good. But I'd like to do a Patronus that Lazy Retired Granny's done. I think that's so cool. Maybe we could do like a second series of next year of doing like the Fantastic Beasts. There must be a Fantastic Beasts painting out there, which is sort of like the sequel to Harry Potter. Harry Potter has just been so successful. I mean, as I said, J.K. Rowling, she can write for Britain. She apparently, Harry Potter came about when she was on the train, and she was thinking about it on the train or something, and that's how it came to be. And then obviously Fantastic Beasts came about. It's such a successful film. I suppose Harry Potter is like Pirates of the Caribbean. There's, you know, so successful, but yeah. But oh my god, on my rental system, it said Barbie, that Barbie film's come up. And do you know how much the rental fee is to watch that? $15.99, which I think is absolutely insane, because normally rental fees are like $3.99. But yeah, $15.99 for that. Rip off. So I was like, no thanks, I'm not paying that. And the thing is, you only have like 24 hours to watch, 48 hours to watch it once you press play. So yeah, I ain't doing that. No way. Nah. So this is going to be like sort of forming, probably, I think that's a tower, but I'm not sure what this grey thing is. I mean, that, again, it's like she's wearing an antenna, like a radio on. You know, like a walkie-talkie aerial, like, but stuck on her head. What the hell? Right, so that's all the K done. So that's that. So I will put this back in here for the minute, because obviously if we're not going to be using it anymore, there's no point in, you know, kitting it up and stuff. So that's that. Brilliant. So that's now 2 trays freed up. So what's that? And then we need to look at doing R, which I think, yeah, this is this one, which is R is that one. So we're going to try and kit up some of this. We'll try and multi-place that section if we can, because that's an R, isn't it? So yeah, we'll try and multi-place that as best we can. And this will sort of give us a bit of catched up with time sort of thing. So this multi-place will do us a bit of a favour. But I'm looking forward. I ordered on Temu, they had this offer of a tray, a purple tray with pen and wax for 51p, and I was like, come again? I am so getting that. I'm not, but the thing is, I don't like purple, so I just got it because it was cheap. You know, it was a deal that I could not say no to. But you know, I'm always on the hunt for other trays, and I've, you know, like different coloured ones, but I've been on a I've had a big delivery of trays, because the seller that sends the paintings sends them with the trays. So I've had an influx of them, and I'm always needing trays. So yeah. Oh no, that's... See, this is what sort of catches me out now, because you got B and then R in it. So we'll carry on with R for the minute. As you can see, there's a bit of R there. And then I think, yeah, that's R as well. So yeah, not long now until we're in October, and we will get, oh my god, in the co-op they had this big giant pumpkin cake, and it was a few years ago, and I really wanted it, and my mum said no, so it wasn't meant to be. But the co-op are a nightmare, because they keep discontinuing things. Like, you just get into enjoying something and then they'll stop it. They had these superb pies, and you get 4 in a pack, and they're really, really nice. Kidney and steak, I think they're called. And yeah, they've stopped doing them now. So I don't know how they exist if they keep stopping things. So yeah, I mean, it's a variety of reasons. It could be that it's not selling very well. You just don't know what is causing the issue. So yeah, it could be all sorts of different things, really. But yeah. But I'm so pleased that we've got, you know, itching to get into this last little segment, and then we're on the final row. Well, we might squeeze in another 2 rows, but doing a bit of doubles will sort of catch us up and give us a bit of extra time on this, if you like. So yeah. But yes, the 1st of October, we have the first of our kitting up videos. Yes, I'm going to bring that back. I haven't done a kit up video for some time, so I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to bring one in. So yeah. So you see it's sort of balancing itself back out again now, but I think one of the tasks for this evening is to try to find the you know, the drills that we desperately need. Yeah. I absolutely love closing in gaps. It's so satisfying. But yeah, we'll have Wilbur back on this weekend. It's only because last weekend was a bit haywire. So yeah, and then I've got to put all my new paintings that I got from Vinted into my file if I've got space. Now, as Debbie crafting with Debbie, oh my god, Debbie Gets Crafty came up with a really good idea. You know the files that contain like 30 pockets, you can actually get 60 if you back to back them, which is what I normally do anyway, so it just saves you having to get more files. So, but I've now got like 3 files, because paintings, they're so addictive to buy, so yeah. But as you can see, it's sort of, we're getting there, we just need to clear up that. But I'm not really loving this green and dark, what looks to be like a dark green. I much prefer the blue. yeah, we're getting there, so that's good. Oh, Arsenal 2 and Tottenham 2 at the moment, so it's just flashed up on my thing. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little break from that blue at the moment, because we keep doing an awful lot of blue, and I'm going to do a bit of black, because then we can do, well, I say black, but it's like a, I don't know, it's a funny sort of colour, but I'm going to do a bit of black. I'm going to call it black, and do a bit of her hair. Because then at least that's that started, you know. Bit else. And look, her eyes are black, I think, so we can do that as well. So she'll get some eyeballs. Oh, look how groovy is that. Oh, don't look right, she's giving me the evils. Oh, that looks so creepy like that. Oh, man. Because she's giving me the evils, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to give her her lips, which is interesting, because this is all like pink, but then Harry's was different. And Ron, oh my god, like over here at Ron, he's got purple lips. So I don't know what's going on with Ron. Perhaps he's feeling the cold a bit. But then if he was cold, it would go blue, I think. But Hermione's not, she's very grumpy, because she's got a very straight sort of face here, so she hasn't got a smile, so because it's a straight line, as you can see. But yeah, wow. Okay, where do I want to go from here? I think we'll fill in this line here at the moment. Do a bit of that. Is that on the slant? And we can fill that part in. Again, that annoys me as well, because it's a hole in the painting, I think. But yeah, it's coming along really nice. Really enjoying this painting. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit more of the R colour. Get a bit more of that sorted out. And all into position. So you see it's sort of balancing out now. Getting it all back into alignment. About 10 minutes left or so, I think. I'm going to finish that line, and then I'm going to jump back over to here and do a bit of the B, because we can fill that up and then drag that over there. So yeah, we'll do a bit of that, then got W, so that's that. Okay, so let's get a bit of that B colour out. We can just miss the B there, look. But at least that's a bit, I think that's his nasal cavity, isn't it? Yeah. But what we can do is a bit of B. And Thursday's a busy day because I've got to go shopping. I always do my shopping on a Thursday. Seems to be the less quiet a week, but I always change it. So sometimes I'll do Tesco, sometimes I'll do Sainsbury's or Asda. But I've just recently started shopping with Morrison's and their stuff is lovely. So I don't really go in shops nowadays. I seem to do it all online. So whoops, sorry. That's why I say you can't have your tripod low down because it will keep headbutting it. Oh, that's a, what's that doing there? That's an R, isn't it? Just get that O colour. It's got an O there. I've actually ordered another pen off Temu, and it's like this, but it's a lighter blue, and it comes with the standard plastic fitments. Eventually that will be changed to a metal placer. So yeah, because these can snap, but also these, I suppose if you push really hard it can sort of crush and implode it. So where's the wax gone? Need more wax. I'm really happy with the progress though, although we've got gaps, you know, we've got almost this little section here done, so yeah. But with the gaps, I always keep carrying on. If you keep pondering on that, you're going to lose time in doing it, so yeah, I really would like to get this finished. Okay, and then I said there's a couple of W's, so let me just sort that out. She's got streaks of different colour in her hair, so she must have had a highlight put in, or you know, something to make it look quite nice. And we'll just do a bit of filling on here. Get that all done. I had this, when I had my tooth extraction, I had a bit of tooth that was still stuck there, and it was a sharp bit, and all weekend I was trying to pull it out and eventually got it pulled out by myself, because they say if you keep wriggling it, but every time I moved it would hurt and stab like the inside of my gum. But I cancelled the appointment on the dentist for the 13th because I won't need to go now. So yeah, that'll save me £7. you see, it's very satisfying doing this painting. I absolutely love this painting. So, yeah, it's quite nice. So W, yeah, and that's W. Oh, look at that. All filled apart from that bloody whatever that thing is. That's not actually a drill, so I can't drill it. But I don't know why they do that. Perhaps it's supposed to replicate like a little window, but we'll see what it's like once we change the thing over. So where do I want to go now? Let's do a bit more B, and then we can do, if we got time, we might not have time, but we can do a bit of Hermione's face if we've got a bit of time. But I'm so itching to get into that big massive colour block section of Harry Ron and Hermione's coat thing. A cape, is it called? Right, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly do a bit of O, because we've got a bit of O cropped up down there, so we'll just fill that in. Got a bit of O, where's me O? Let's do a bit of that. And then what we can do, just fill this little block section up here, and we'll do a bit of Hermione's face. So it's like she's got black, grey, brown and pink hair, or like a purpley colour hair. Okay, so let's put the O back in there. We've got 5 minutes, so... Okay, so... But yes, come next week we'll be watching starts of Halloween films. So, yeah, what I'd like to do now quickly, we haven't got H. Damn it. Okay, in that case, what we'll do, because we haven't got H, which we did have, but for some reason it's missing, we will do Hermione's face. Where's the eye? So we've got a bit of eye in this. Again, it's like Harry, she's got 2 different sort of tones of the eye here. Sorry, of the pink. So we've got a lighter shade of pink and then a darker shade with the J. So that's a bit of that done, lovely. We'll pour that into here. And then, unfortunately, as much as I want to do more, we're going to have to leave that session there for now. Because we running out of time, but I'm going to be really naughty and just quickly run round her face here with the J, just to sort of get that done. So we might overrun slightly, but that's That's the enjoyment of doing colour filling. But these little drills apparently are made out of resin, so that's interesting. I'm looking forward to my M&M painting coming. I can't wait for that. But it's gonna make, looking at them is gonna make me want chocolate. But anyway, we really must send that video there now. Oh my god, I've just tipped them all out. Look, they didn't all come out. More things I've got to clear up. I don't like clearing up. Anyway, but that's where we are at the moment, guys. Look at that. So let's take a look. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like she's got a very small face, but I think they've done a terrible job on Ron's face. I mean, it looks really bad on my end, but because you're seeing it through a camera, it looks much better. But from a distance, it doesn't look very nice at all until you see it on the camera. But we are getting there. As I say, I'm not going to panic too much about the missing colours that are floating here. I do feel that they will turn up. Some point I've put them down somewhere and I can't remember where I've put them, but I feel that they will come eventually. But we are persevering here, guys, and it's not going to be long before we start. As I said, down here is like the... Down here is basically, you can see it's all colour block for the rest of it. So, with apart from some other bits and bobs. But yeah, we are getting there, and I'm very hopeful that by the end of the week this will be finished. But anyway, please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the bell if you want to be notified of future upload videos. If you want to subscribe to the channel and you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's totally free of charge, and I have noticed a percentage of you watch the channel but don't subscribe, so you might as well subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to get this painting for yourself, it is in the link of the video description. And until next time, take care, catch you later.